always wanted to be like the best at.
Mm.
If you just like gave something your all and tried really hard at everything, 110% at something, like there's no way you could fail doing that, right?
Mm.
I would get made fun of because I didn't speak Spanish at the time. I didn't know anything about like cooking, how to hold a knife. I didn't know how to like s- work a grill, work a saute station, I didn't know any of that. I would learn how to do something and I would go home and watch like videos. I'd like read a book. I had like so many books like on how to like learn how to speak Spanish, learn how to like.
Wow.
I would go home and like read because
I
I wanted to
never
be.
knew this about you.
Yeah. I think Roy was particularly hard on me,
He probably saw potential in you.
and I really wanted to be the best at it, which is why I ended up running the whole company like 3 years in, 4 years in, or however long it
Wow.
was before I left.
Hey, friends, welcome back to Cozy with Calinnah, where I dive into my journey as an independent artist, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. I also connect with creatives who are multi hyphenates, dreamers, and doers. Don't forget to watch a new episode every Thursday. My next guest is an entrepreneur who's built his businesses from the ground up. You may know him as the founder of Lobsterdamus and Mano Po, but his story is all about heart, hustle, and staying true to your roots. Welcome to the podcast, Johnny Angeles.
Hello. What up? What up?
Hey.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yes. It's about damn time.
I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but
I
when we get together, it's
know.
always special.
I know. We've known each other since high school.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Don't age us too much. Don't age us too much.
High school was like 2 years ago.
3, I think.
Three,
Yeah,
yeah,
3.
something like that,
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I'm so happy to have
Thank
you
you.
here. We've stayed in touch over the years, and I've always just been a fan of you and just everything
Aw.
that you've been doing, dude.
I'm a fan of you. Thank you. Thank
Stop. But don't stop. No.
you.
Just kidding. So let's talk about you. I mean,
Okay.
sheesh, you have accomplished a lot of stuff in your life. Let's
Okay.
yes. Let's talk about where it all began, which
Sure.
is your childhood.
Sure.
Like, were you always into food? What was your relationship with food?
No, I grew up. Obviously, I'm Filipino American.
Filipino.
My parents both immigrated here, and my mom always did a good job of cooking and like raising me on Filipino food.
Mhm.
I would have never called myself a foodie growing up, though. However, like she did, and my dad did too, did a good job of like always taking me. I remember like taking me out to Larry's for like a birthday, or like
Wow, that's
taking me out
fancy.
to like a Nobu for like a birthday, like stuff like that. Like
Oh,
it wasn't obviously special. It was a special occasion thing, but it wasn't an everyday thing or anything like that. But
right.
I did kind of like know food or whatever, but it wasn't like into it at all.
Oh,
At
okay.
all. Um, and it just happened to fall in my lap, kind of one day.
Really? So, how old were you when you started
Liking food,
liking
enjoying
food? Yeah.
Um,
And were you a fan of Filipino food?
oh, of course, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I was that kid who like grew up bringing the Cool Whip container, or the I can't believe it's not butter
Yeah,
container
yeah.
to school,
Like
and
a sewing,
yeah,
like for sewing. You know how like
yeah.
you would always like put
What do
the
you call those things? I don't know.
oh my god,
I
I
couldn't
don't
even-
know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I was the one who was like packed in like a plastic bag, the Cool Whip container with like chicken adobo or like menudo or something, and like I was always
Yeah.
kind of ashamed because like in school, like it like nobody else brought that. Like even my
Yeah.
Filipino friends didn't really have that. So like
Mm.
I was always kind of ashamed, and like now look, whatever,
Right.
20 years later.
Yeah,
like
I'm collecting those COVID containers now, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, like I get it. Like, containers are expensive.
yeah,
Like our families were probably just trying to save money, and it's like, what is the difference between a Tupperware and this container? They're both containers. Like,
Right.
who cares at the end of the day? But I definitely see that, like, getting fun of, or like
Yeah.
being bullied for like bringing something that's not what it is on the
Right.
outside.
right,
Right?
right.
So then when did you make that switch? Like, how old were you? Do you remember when you started trying to create recipes? Like, you would consider yourself a chef at this point?
No,
No?
never a chef.
No?
No, I've never once or ever called myself a chef.
Why?
Um, I'm just I have a high standard and like high respect, highly regard real chefs
Mm.
um, who
I mean, you've
like
trained
are
under some really
I
big
I
names.
I have, but I do feel like in like today's times, like the word chef is thrown around
Oh,
way
okay.
too loosely, and I was like, I worked in kitchens where like you had to earn that title, right?
Ah,
You had to
uh-huh.
earn that, and I guess I'm old school in that way, so I would never call myself a chef. Um,
Okay.
I'm a cook. I'm a cook just like any other person who cooks professionally. Like we're all cooks. We're
Mm.
all cooks.
Gotcha.
And yeah,
And so, like, when did you start cooking then? At what age do you remember?
I mean, I so like cooking for fun or cooking or whatever at home. Maybe like in high school, being home. I guess like just cooking little things
Ah.
like spam and rice or
Mm-hmm.
chicken tocino or big like little basic stuff. But I even then like I never thought I would be a professional cook or food would be a thing for me. It
Mm-hmm.
all just fell into my lap when I started working at Kogi, kind of.
Okay, let's talk about Kogi. That was like in the 2000s,
Yeah,
earlier 2000s,
yeah,
and you trained under Roy Choi.
yep, yep,
I remember when Kogi tacos were huge, and I was definitely a fan of that. It was like such a new like food experience because it was like a fusion of Mexican food, Korean food, and the flavors were just so bomb.
yeah, yeah. It was
So,
definitely like a pivotal moment, I think, in LA in the LA food scene for sure. And I'm very, very like blessed and honored to have been like kind of a part of that.
mhm.
I joined. I was a bad kid, kind of like growing up, so like I was kind of forced to like work, like coming out of like a time I was like in jail for a little bit. I was forced to go
Mm.
work at my cousin's startup food truck as like a
Mm.
dishwasher because he needed like a dishwasher.
Right.
So I went and joined, and first day I met like his partner Roy, and first thing he told me was, "I just want to let you know, man, if you're here to work like just to get a paycheck, like go work at Target, go work at McDonald's, go work somewhere else."
And who told you this? Your friend?
No, Roy told me
Oh,
this.
Roy told you. Okay.
And but if you want to come and work and like learn something and be a part of something, then you're more than welcome to come join us here. And I want,
Dang, straight to the point. I love that.
yeah. And I looked at him and I was like, all right, man, you got it. Thank you for our opportunity, man. And he turns around, walks away, and then he turns back around. He looks at me, he's like, don't call me man, call me chef. And I was like, yes, chef. Like
Ah,
first time I ever
like
heard
all the
that.
movies.
Yeah, just like I was like, yes, chef. Like, and I had never heard that term before ever in my life. But I was just like, the first thing that I thought of
Oh.
was like, oh, okay, you got it, yes, chef. Like,
Ah, like yes,
almost like
sir.
militant, like
Yeah.
military style, right? It was so crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, so I ended up like washing dishes, driving this like delivery truck around, and every now and then they were like they would need help chopping cilantro or um, chopping onions or chopping potato, like whatever it was, and then I would just jump in and help. And I kind of was like, man, this is cool. Like, there's something like cool about making food and like knowing that someone's going to be eating this like later on, enjoying this later on. And then I
Mm.
slowly like fell in love with it. Just like slowly, yeah,
Wow.
slowly fell in love with it.
I feel like sometimes you don't really know like the things that you're good at until it just falls in your lap. It's just like, like I don't know, like this podcast, for example. I don't think if you would have asked me like 10 years, what do you want to do? Like, I don't think I would have said
Podcast.
podcaster.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, this is just all like so interesting how things just intertwine and then it turns into something like with a greater purpose.
Right.
So,
Right.
wow, that's really, really cool. So how was that like environment? Like what were some of the lessons that you learned working under this chef?
Um. Oh man, it's it's so many. I could go on and on about this,
Right.
but it like taught me so much about like hard work. Like I never saw anybody work harder than him ever in my life. Like I would see him at 8 o'clock in the morning when I would start my shift. I'd be like, usually done around 4 or 5 when I first started as a dishwasher prep guy, and at night I would hear like the other cooks saying like, "Oh yeah, he was here until like 12, 1 o'clock. He was there." And I
Damn.
was like, "Wait, what?" And then when I started and I got promoted to like a cook and like working on the trucks or like a manager working on the trucks, I would see him all the time, and he would just be like,
Mm.
I'd be like, "Man, do you ever sleep?" And he's like, "I just sleep, 3, 4, 5 hours.
Ha.
It's that's all you need, right?" And I'm like, "Wow." And I knew he was different. Like from that moment, like I knew like this dude was definitely different, and like he would somehow explode and be like this like culinary genius and like representative of like LA culture, LA food, and like be kind of like a cornerstone of the growth of um, LA being respected in the like throughout the world as like a food mecca. You know,
Yeah, he blew up. Like I just remember that whole era. He was everywhere.
he was, yeah.
Everywhere in LA. And so when you met him, was he already so he wasn't blown up at when you first met him, or was it like starting to kind of it
No,
all kind of happened at the same?
no. When I first met him, he was like another like Korean dude, no tattoos, like no, like not wearing
Oh.
the cool like
Oh,
clothes, like not wearing, yeah, just like a
interesting.
normal dude, and like as like obviously like I'm this is definitely not, I'm not talking shit about him at all. I'm just saying
No,
like
no, no, no,
like
yeah,
as
yeah,
like the like like you got to become. I mean, not that he became someone who he wasn't, but like he grew into this personality that I think like was really dope and exactly what like LA food culture needed. Like
yeah.
just some like a normal dude who like worked hard for everything that he had, and even though he was like in his early 40s when that started, I remember I think like
Oh, I
he,
didn't know that. He
yeah,
was in his 40s.
yeah, he
Oh,
was
okay,
already in his
wow.
40s, and like he still like accomplished something and like is like so many people's idols, including mine, right? Like
Right.
it's just insane, like
Yeah.
watching that
And
growth.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I've seen him on
he
lots of
he
shows. Like,
he got me so after I left, he got me so many jobs. Like every
wow.
resume I put his name on it and his number, and I guess like he would call and find, and like, yeah, he'd
Wow.
speak really good. So thank you,
Amazing.
chef. I appreciate that.
Thank you, chef. I just had to say
Yeah,
that because I don't think I've ever said
yeah,
that before.
yeah.
Um, so you worked from the bottom up, essentially, right?
From the bottom
So
up.
how did you get to like, what was the switch from you starting to work there and then Lobsterdamus?
Um, to be honest, like like it was anything that like I ever did, like growing up, I always wanted to be like the best at.
Hmm.
I kind of always felt like if you just like gave everything, like something your all, and tried really hard at everything, 110% at something, like there's no way you could fail doing that, right?
Mm.
And so even at Kogi, like I would always like when I started at the bottom, they would always make fun of me. I would get made fun of because I didn't speak Spanish at the time. I didn't know anything about like cooking, how to hold a knife. I didn't know how to like s- work a grill, work a saute station, I didn't know any of that. But like I remember like I would I would learn how to do something, and I would go home and watch like videos. I'd like read a book. I had like so many books like on how to like learn how to speak Spanish, learn how to like.
Wow.
I would go home and like read because
I
I wanted to
never
be.
knew this about you.
Yeah, yeah. Because I didn't want to like. Yeah, my cousin was like one of the owners of it, but like I didn't want to be looked at as like, oh, he's just here because like his cousin, like is one of the owners.
Uh-huh,
You know what I
uh-huh.
mean? And like, I think Roy was particularly hard on me because like he
He
didn't want to
probably,
show favoritism or nepotism or anything like
right.
that. So
He probably saw potential in you, or like maybe a little bit of him in you.
maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
I can't speak for Roy.
yeah, yeah,
I'm assuming, it's kind of like I think people can sense when you're hungry for something, and it just yeah, like he probably didn't want to show favoritism or anything, and
yeah. I mean, he never did, and like, I truly feel like there when I was at Kogi at that time, I really gave it like my all, and I really wanted to be the best at it, which is why I ended up running the whole company like 3 years in, or 4 years in, or however long it
wow,
was, before I left,
wow,
um, and that's kind of what has been like the foundation of who I've been moving forward and like what I've accomplished moving forward because I truly believe that with Roy when I saw it like you work hard, you can do whatever you want to do, you'll be able to
yeah,
accomplish whatever you want to accomplish.
yeah. He was like living proof in front of you that you could do this too.
Yeah.
Was there a moment in time where you're like, Dang, if you're doing this and I'm learning, and then you finally learn how kind of the business structure works and everything, was there a turning point where you were like, I think I could do this for myself?
Yeah, there definitely was. I think that's what led me to leave. Um, I was gonna start something else at the time, um, and that just didn't work out. Um, but like, yeah, I was young. Like, I don't know, I was like maybe 23, 24 at the time. And like, you think you know everything because like
Mm,
you run all these restaurants and all this shit, right?
mm,
You're young and like you're arrogant, but like you don't fucking know shit,
yeah.
you know?
You're still like trying to learn how to be like an adult
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
That part.
exactly. And but it did give me the courage though to like want to go and start like my own kind of stuff, obviously. So
So, like, did you start making food at home and you were just trying like new recipes and you're like, actually, this is really fucking good. Maybe I can put this on a menu or something.
um well, speaking towards to Lobsterdamus.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lobsterdamus kind of started out with me. So it was me, shout out Francis, Lonnie, Ramon, my pops. We all had this like idea to sell these like grilled lobsters because Francis's dad used to always bring grilled lobsters for like the family parties. So instead of like prime rib, turkey, whatever on Thanksgiving, it would always be lobsters.
Damn.
So yeah, because
Lobster.
he worked for a big lobster purveyor at the time.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So he'd get the hookup on lobsters. So one day we were like, hey, why don't we try selling this stuff since we all kind of have like background in like restaurants and hospitality. And luckily in 2014, we did the OC night market and it ended up like blowing up. Like we did like really, really well. Like the first time we
Wow.
ever did it.
Uh-huh.
And we kind of were like, can we like keep this
Mm.
going or like, should we do this part time? Like, we weren't really sure. Like for
Mm.
that first year, we were just kind of doing small night markets and like just doing it
Ah.
part time.
Okay.
Um, and it wasn't until 2015, 16 where we kind of like were like, oh, let's go all in. All of us all went all in and like let's try to
Wow.
build the business, you know?
So was it like the numbers were speaking for itself that you were like, okay, this is just like we have to at this point?
Yeah, and it kind of coincided with like the like growth of like Instagram too at the time.
Oh wow. Uh-huh.
Like food stuff was like blowing up. I don't know. It's kind of that era. What is this?
Mm.
2014, 2015. So all these foodie accounts and like I don't know, like people loved seeing grilled lobster like on a photo of grilled lobster on it. And so we kind of took
Mm.
advantage and like just started doing markets, festivals,
Wow.
food festivals, things like that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Like so you did you already have like kind of the resources since you were already working in the food industry, you were just kind of hitting up these people like
Oh,
like
definitely.
everybody you knew basically like,
Yeah.
hey, you want, we,
Oh yeah, definitely.
okay.
Like that first year after we started Lobsterdamus, I think we all still had full-time jobs. I think I was
Mm.
at that time the chef at this restaurant in Long Beach called Urban Table, and
Oh.
she would like hire us. Like she had a big catering side of her business. The owner, shout out Carolyn, and she would hire us to like do the seafood part of it. So
Oh,
it
I
wasn't until the
see.
following year that I kind of was like, hey, I gotta like leave and pursue this like full time. Yeah.
And how did this name come about? Lobsterdamus.
Lobsterdamus. So it started as kind of a joke because me and Francis were big fans of Flostradamus,
Right.
which is like a
I remember
trap
that.
DJ group. So we made a
I
play.
remember that.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
we made a play on them on their brand and called it Lobsterdamus.
Ah, okay.
It kind of like, you know, people
It
thought it
kind
was
of
funny.
it kind of stuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. And so you were like essentially like it was like a family friend business and it just kind of like cuz I feel like sometimes that dynamic could be a little stressful because you don't want to ruin the relationship of how close you are. But if you find those people that you work well with, it's even better
Yeah.
cuz it's just interesting cuz I'll be at oh, I don't know if I should say it, but
Say
like
it. You gotta say it now.
but sometimes
You gotta say
sometimes
it.
I'll be at work and I'm like, okay, I'll be let's just keep
No,
it general. Like some of the jobs that I've had, right? Like I work so well with these people, but like
okay.
would I be friends outside of our work relationship and vice versa? Like I'm really cool with some people, but then I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know if I can work with this person because they're kind of crazy."
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
we're just not on the same wavelength and it needs to be like a synergy. Like at the end of the day, like you have to have kind of similar work ethic, similar just the way you view things, right? Even if you're a little different or like one person kills it in like this department, more creative in this, or one does like the numbers and like, but then it's just like having a good relationship too. I think like not a lot of people talk about um just that those things blending well together. It takes a really special person to make that all happen.
It takes a special group of
And people.
people to make that all happen. With that, like we feel, and I feel especially too, like my group of partners when we started Lobsterdamus, it was very rare because it is very difficult to work with family. Um,
Mm,
Lonnie, who is like we're still business partners today. Like it's just me, Lonnie, and my pops now
mm,
remaining in our businesses, and it's all mutual. Like Francis and Ramon stepped away for various reasons.
right.
But Lonnie, for instance, is my dad's third wife,
Okay.
and that's like crazy to like say, right? Because
Yeah.
she's like, some people will be like, oh, she's like your stepmom or whatever, and she's like this, but it's like, um, all that like was out the window. Like her as a person, her individually, she's like the best partner I could ever ask for. Like works just as hard as me.
Mm,
Um, respected me from the time like we started, and I respected her from the very jump. And the same went with like Ramon and Francis too from the beginning. Like we had a very crazy but like very respectable, like we all really respected each other from the beginning, and I think that's the key to making like family work as partners.
right.
There's no ego, there's no like I don't know, like I think just ego, like ego
Yeah.
plays such a big part in the breakup of like really good family businesses and pride,
Mm.
but like we all kind of, I think,
It's like
just
for the business. It's like
yeah,
kind of
for the
like
business
it's kind
because
of like if you have like a baby daddy or a baby mama and like you're not together but you're doing things for the child, you make
100%.
the co-parenting work
That
because it's for the greater good of this child's just future.
that's the perfect like analogy, I think.
Yeah.
And I think like growing up I saw that because my mom and my dad even to this day are like still cool, like still good friends. And if had I not seen that as like a child after they divorced, like growing up, there's no way I would feel
Right.
that like I would know how to handle like the
Yeah.
situation, right?
Yeah, to cope like with these maybe
Yeah.
not so traditional um ways of living, right? Yeah, it's just crazy because like I think we're in the era now where a lot of people are having children, and but then also like mental health is like a huge thing right now, and just trying to balance it and like break the traumas, the generational traumas that
Yep.
we all have gone through,
Yep.
and try to make it more positive.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be normal, but I think the goal is to just make it positive,
I agree.
you know?
I agree.
So
Totally
that's
agree.
good. Like you had that example, like
Yeah.
no matter what happened between them, like it wasn't going to affect your relationship with them, kind
Right.
of thing.
Right.
Wow, that's great. That's beautiful.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's like such a I feel like it's people say, "Wow, that's so rare." And like that's like you're so lucky and all. It's like no, like uh,
It
there
takes work.
you have to
That's a
sacrifice and like put in work and like, want to build the relationships, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the willingness to just have
Yeah.
like greater relationships like no matter what happens,
Right.
because yeah, it is the ego at the end of the day. Like can you put your ego aside and just make it work?
Yeah. 100%.
Lots of work
Yeah.
to make it work.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and let's talk about collaboration. So
Okay.
you've partnered with a lot of brands. I know Ambitious Ales is one, and I mean, I'm sure the list can go on. What's your approach when it comes to collaboration with other businesses or other brands?
Um, it has to come from a place of like fun, or it has to have like meaning first. Like if we're collaborating just to like, hey, maybe we can make money and like do this together, like make a quick buck, like that's not gonna work. Like it has to be like there has to be purpose. Either we're collaborating to give something back to whatever, maybe a cause or charity, whatever it is, or like maybe you just want to have fun. Maybe you just want to like get a group of people together and like create
Right.
like put a glitch in the matrix or something. Like something like that. Like
Mm.
it has to be meaningful and purposeful. I think first and foremost, and then everything else will just kind of fall in line like afterwards, right? Um,
Mm.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. It's to me,
Yes,
it's not
like
that.
kind of organic, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think like with anybody I've like, even with like the artistry, right? Like the band to like the dancers to the team, it's like sometimes like it takes a few to get the right team. Like
Oh,
and you got to take a leap too. Like, there's some people I've worked with like music videos, and maybe we just didn't we weren't on this, like, their work is great,
yeah,
but sometimes the energy is just not the same.
yeah,
And that's something I think you can't, it's just more of a feeling than it's something like, this is just going to work because your work is good and my work's like this and it's just going to work. And sometimes it just doesn't work
yeah.
like that.
And that's what I mean. Why like it has to like kind of come from a place of like positive and like let's just do it to have fun and let's just do it to I don't know give back and help people or do something because otherwise then it ends up being like someone I don't know
Yeah, like
someone
a
it
transaction.
becomes transactional and like that's not why you would do it like right
Right,
yeah
right. I think anything that's fun is always going to speak more volumes than
yeah
something that's not. So let's talk about your other business. Let's talk about Mano Po.
Mano Po.
So Mano Po is about honoring Filipino food and history. What inspired you to launch it, and how does it differ from Lobsterdamus?
um Lobsterdamus for us like one thing I'm really proud about with Lobsterdamus is it doesn't have anything Filipino to it. Like it's 100% Filipino owned,
Right.
with first gen and immigrant owners, and there's nothing on the menu that's Filipino, and like we're proud of that because it just goes to show that just because you're Filipino doesn't mean you have to do Filipino food.
Right.
Which I think that like is a stigma in like I don't know in food in general. Like you have to be from that like country or like been raised in that culture to do that kind of food. Otherwise, it's not authentic or whatever maybe.
Mm.
Um, but with Monopo, like we so what happened was we got invited to go to Singapore for like this food and wine festival. It was a collaborated thing. And we were out there for a week doing some stuff with Lobsterdamus, and then we stopped by the Philippines on the way back home. And on the way back home, we were like, we ate and drank and had a lot, like had a great time together as like a company and as a family business. And we were like, I think it's time we do some Filipino food, but like something like
Mm.
like fun and cool and like not like just like your traditional
Traditional.
stuff. So we got back and we started working on it and came up with some like kind of cool stuff like that was kind of different that no one was doing at the time. Like we used mesquite grills and we were doing like chicken in a cell and like
I
Manila
remember
style
that.
liempo and yeah,
I remember that because this was during COVID,
it was right
right? Or
before,
right
right
before
before,
COVID.
right before
Okay.
COVID.
And I remember trying it because I got my job at the hospital, my first ever job at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I remember you delivered it.
Oh wow, I don't even remember
Yeah,
that.
I
Really?
remember this. And
That's
I remember
cool.
this shit was bomb.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it
No, I
was
don't even
like,
remember that. Really?
yeah, yeah, I
That was during
remember.
COVID or right before? Right before, right?
It might have been before, but because okay, so like pretty much my first hospital job was like in 2020.
Okay.
And then, Oh no, was it 20? No, like January 2020. And then I think that really big first wave of it was like a few months after.
Yeah.
So it might have been around that time.
Yeah, because
Um,
we launched Mano Po January 2020
okay,
at Smorgasburg.
okay, that makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
because when I tried it, well, I remember I was at the hospital, but it might have been before that time because I think you were asking about masks at one point, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it
Because
was before that.
I had
Yeah.
access to the like
Oh,
N95
yes,
mask or
yes, yes,
something, and
yes,
then
yes.
you were posting that like you were looking for some because you guys didn't have none,
Yes. Oh,
and I
that
had
was a fucking time,
yeah,
let me tell
that's
you.
right. Yeah, I remember, and then I remember you posting it, and I said like, oh dude, like I have like I don't know 10. Somebody
Yeah.
gave me I don't even remember who, but shout out that person gave me like
Yeah.
10 of them or something. So I like
Yeah.
yeah,
Remember when there was a shortage of masks?
yeah,
That shit was
wow,
yeah, I can't even begin to tell you those
yeah,
stories, but
yeah.
yeah, so that was the beginning of Mano Po. And so you wanted to do Filipino food. And then I love the logo. Like how did
Thank you.
that I loved how it's like just a fun take on it. It's like more modern and yeah.
Yeah,
I
we it took us a while to come up with a name because we wanted to be kind of like like silly and like playful with the name. And
mhm.
my dad's homie Rami, shout out Rami, he just came out. He's like, "You guys should just call yourselves Monopole. It'll be funny." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's a great fucking
Yeah.
name." And I don't know, we came up with the logo. We are like, we just wanted to be like playful with flowers and like
Yeah.
pastel colors, kind of, and like yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
for the viewers who are not Filipino, what does Mano Po mean?
So Manopo is like a blessing that an elder gives to a younger person, and it kind of goes. Get this in the camera. Kind of goes like this. You got a Manopo here. Like imagine I'm the older.
So you're the older
I'm the
one.
older, and then you go like this to the forehead,
Yes.
and then you go Manopo, and it's like like it's a sign of respect,
Yes.
and it's a way of like honoring your elders too.
Right.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with food, by the way.
Right. All right, so that's really cool. And how do you balance tradition and innovation when it comes to Filipino cuisine? Because I think, in our culture, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of blended cultures into our culture. And sometimes there is a question of like, what is our culture? What are the like what makes our culture, and I think like the thing that sticks out the most is the food. Definitely, like that is a huge part of our culture. So how do you blend those things?
Um, you blend all those things by showing people the food that you make. Like so, I'm okay. This is gonna be kind of a story here. We I was blessed to like I'm a first generation Filipino American. I was blessed to be have been able to work professionally and cook food in Los Angeles, in New York, and in San Francisco, all of which have gigantic Filipino
Communities.
communities and groups and populations. The one thing, this is gonna be a hot take, but I feel
Ooh.
like it's true. In New York and in San Francisco, us coming to those places and like asking for help from local food vendors, restaurants, pop up people was always like appreciated and always like arms open, always like welcomed, always like, hey, I got you. Like I'll we'll help you out. Here in LA, it's kind of different with like our Filipino culture, and I say that in
Ooh,
that
let's talk about that because I already know where you're going with this, sir.
I say that in that
Chef.
in that like you have sections of Filipinos here in LA, and I don't know the real reason why, but you have sections of Filipinos, like for instance, where I kind of grew up in, like Cerritos versus like Carson versus like Eagle Rock versus like in the Valley, Panorama City, whatever maybe. All these Filipinos aren't as like tight knit. Like it's almost like there's like different factions that kind of like don't get along
Like
with each other,
clicks.
like cliques that don't get along with each
Mm.
other. And I think that's changing now because like the kids of the Filipino immigrants who have grown up here are not so clicky as much anymore. But that doesn't exist in my time living in New York or in San Francisco. Like, there's no where I'm from is like who I met fuck with like set
Right.
situation with like Filipinos.
Yeah.
Here in LA, it does, which is like,
It's so wild. I think
do you agree? Like, do you
you
agree with
know,
me?
yes,
Yeah,
I definitely agree. I feel like LA is kind of like territorial,
yeah,
you know? Where you're from is a big question here.
yep, yeah,
What part of town?
yep,
You know, and then people kind of make their assessment on based on that and like, oh, you're from
you're from
blah blah
here.
blah.
You're like that kind of Filipino. Yeah,
Yeah, you know, and I
yeah,
don't know what it is about. I think that's just a generational trauma thing
yeah,
too, where it's like some of them can be a little judgy,
yeah,
but then it's like we're all together, but then clicky.
right.
It's kind of
And
weird.
and like, yeah,
Kind of
it's
weird.
it's weird. And that was like one of the big reasons why we like wanted to start Mano Po, to be like, we don't do any of like the traditional Filipino food. Like, what we could, like, we're as authentic as any other Filipino restaurant in the sense that this is what we like to eat as Filipinos, as Filipino Americans. And like, it could be a modern take on a longanisa smash burger, or like a longanisa filled lumpia, or like mesquite grilled like yempo, or like an
Mhm.
inasal marinated yempo that we grill. Like,
Mhm.
it's stuff that like we like to eat, and like, just because it's not, oh, it's not from this region or not from here, but like, what makes it not authentic, I don't know, but it's definitely authentic to
Mm.
us here.
Right, and that's all
And
that.
that's part of like, kind of like the problem here in LA, where it's like, well, that's not real from that. That's not how we do it here. Or that's the tita who'll be like, oh, I can, I can't believe they're charging this much. I can just do this at home and make it. And it's like, well, then
Right.
go do it and
Then
make it
go do it,
then.
girl.
And that's not hating. Like this, I'm not talking about like hating on this. It's just like, I'm almost just want to talk about it to bring like almost like
Awareness.
awareness to it.
Yeah.
Because the more I talk about it, I feel like people actually kind of agree, like in that sense. And I think like
Right.
our generation here is kind of, we are responsible in like changing that feeling
Yeah.
of like, just because I'm from Long Beach, I can't mess with a Filipino from Eagle Rock or whatever. Like, it's
Right.
like it's
It's
weird.
so weird. It's
Yeah,
like I don't know. I
I
don't
don't know.
know what it's like. Always that one auntie at the party.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, girl, what you talking about?
yeah, yeah.
Why are you talking about how many pimples there are on my face? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
right,
you being
right,
a little judgy, girl.
right.
I don't know. It's kind of like that. But I think we are a very prideful culture at the end of the
We
day.
are,
And I
we are,
think
and we should be.
yeah, in unison, like if you saw a Filipino on camera, you'd be like, that's a Filipino right there. And everyone would agree that they're proud that there's a Filipino on camera, despite, these territorial kind of
Yeah, yeah, for
things
sure.
and judgments. But yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely, I'm glad you brought that up because we do need to spread that awareness. There's so much division nowadays, and I think like we
Well,
need to unify.
we do, and I feel like it's because it's so easy to just like hate. It's like so easy to hate nowadays, like on anything. Like, hating culture is like crazy to me. But like, one of the biggest, proudest moments of last year, I think, at least in the food scene, was we have the first Filipino immigrant to win a James Beard Award. If you're not aware what a James Beard Award, it's like winning like an Academy Award. It's like one of the highest honors in the
Wow.
food industry. His name's Maynard from Kuya Lord. Shout out Kuya Lord. He,
Kuya Lord, I don't know you, but you're Kuya to me.
yeah, Kuya Lord. He won a James Beard Best Chef. I think it's Southern California. And that like right there just goes to show, like, our food means something. Like, it's we're growing, and he does his food like um from where he's from, in like, in, I don't know, in like this elevated way, which is like so beautiful and so amazing. And like, I've seen like so many people, like Filipinos mostly too, like hating on it, where it's like, oh, it really cost this much, or it's why is it so expensive, or why blah blah blah. But it's like,
Why
dude,
not?
why
Why
not?
can't
Why
it be
can't it be?
expensive?
Yeah, why can't it be? Right?
Right.
Like, if you're gonna use the best ingredients, the best techniques, the best cooks, the best everything, of course it's gonna be expensive because it's the best,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like,
Amen.
you wouldn't complain about any other like genre of food, whether it be like Italian or French, if they're using the best products and it costs X amount of money,
Right, right,
right?
right.
So that was a really cool and proud moment for me, especially as a Filipino cook. And shout out Kuya Lord, fucking killing it, man.
Dang, that's amazing. Yeah, and in that regard, even like the music scene, I
Oh,
don't.
music scene, Phil, he's
Okay,
killing it. I wanted to
dude,
speak to it, speak to it,
dude, like,
speak to it.
okay, like, so I just interviewed Menchie, and she's like a producer. She does a lot of things. She's worked with Ruby Ibarra. I just want to highlight
Dope.
this because I know that back in the day, we used to watch Tiny Desk
Yeah,
concerts,
yeah,
like when it was like kind of blowing up, but
yeah.
now it's like huge.
Huge. Yeah.
And I mean, I auditioned for it myself twice.
I thought that video was dope too.
Oh,
By the
thank
way,
you.
that video was dope. Should have got picked. That video was
Oh,
dope.
thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it was a lot of work. But anyway, I was just so happy. I was so happy that it was a Filipino American girl up on that fucking
So fucking
screen.
sick.
And I like, honestly, like, I watched it by myself because I knew it had been out for like a little bit. And then I was like, I just want to watch it when I'm like at home and like just chilling. And I like teared up because I was like, dude, this is why representation matters so much. Because when you see somebody that looks like you on screen, then it gives you hope that you can do that shit too because somebody's already
Yes.
doing it.
Preach.
And so it's just so important to like highlight Filipino Americans like just doing their thing, whether it be food, whether it be through music or other fields, like
In anything.
in anything.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
F1 racing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like anything.
I know
Whatever.
exactly. I don't know her name, but I've seen her. I've seen her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be Bustamante.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, a pai pai. A pai pai. A pai pai. Thank you.
So we had to take a break because we had to get a pipe by, meaning a fan, a Filipino fan. It's kind
this
of
is like very
it's
traditional, right?
kind of fancy. Thank you. Who gave me this? Ooh, Pursuit of Coconuts. Shout
Oh.
out Pursuit of Coconuts. Anyway, we gotta get them on here at some point. But
Oh, for sure.
sorry, it was like in between things. But he got the fan now. He's feeling a little bit better. We're saving the energy bill. It's all good.
We're saving money. We're helping the world, helping the earth.
Listen. All right, so let's get back into the business.
Yes.
Okay. Running multiple businesses is no joke. What keeps you grounded through all of the chaos?
Keeps me grounded. Have I been grounded?
Loaded question.
Have I been grounded? I don't know. No. The one thing about like working with family is like there's the old saying like when we win, we all win, right? Like I think I was thinking Magic Johnson used to say it or something like that. When we win, we all win. So like it means so much. It's like such a deep thing because like when we're all succeeding and doing well and business is thriving, like you know, there's nothing better than that. Like seeing your whole family, like we're all being, I don't know, we're all killing it, right?
Yeah.
And
like
that's been
you're leveling up together.
All
you're
leveling
you're
up
growing
together.
together.
Yeah, and it's post pandemic, at least in the last couple years, it's been restaurant industry here in LA has been hit really hard, and we're not us too. Like there's restaurants closing left and right. Everybody's kind of struggling right now just to kind of make ends meet, and like us also. But like we just believe we can, as long as we keep working and pushing and trying to do new things and keep trying to like be creative and explore new avenues like in the industry to I don't know to grow in. We will be able to succeed somehow, and this is teaching us a lot too. Because at least for me personally, like I just had a daughter with my partner Chasey.
Hey.
My daughter's name is Charlize. She's about to be 11 months.
Congratulations.
Thank
on that.
you.
Honestly,
Thank you.
it's just been so wild to like know you for this long and to like see you as a family man and just like it's just like a full circle moment, I think.
It is. It
Like
is.
like it's just so beautiful. Like, you see
Thank
people
you.
grow throughout the years and you remember partying with them and you're like,
Yep.
oh my God, you have a baby and a
Yeah.
family. Like, that's amazing,
Thank
dude.
you.
So
Thank
happy
you.
for you.
Thank you. Um, and it's, I think that having this like extra time lately to help, like, try my best to be the best father I can be around for her. Not like before when it was just like work, 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 work. Post pandemic, like, fuck everything else. I'll work 18, 19, 20 hours a day, and not doing that as much lately to try to be like a good dad. That's what's kind of been keeping me grounded lately. Like, yeah, we're
Wow.
not killing it right now, currently in the economic times that it is, whatever it is, with all the shit going on today in
So much
LA.
shit.
So much shit. But what I did work hard at for the past 10 years gave me the opportunity to at least like be around for my partner, Jason, be around and try to be a decent father. While I'm learning, I'm still like, I don't know what that means, but I'm trying, right? So that's what
Yeah.
keeps me grounded lately, I guess, these days.
Oh,
In a
so
long, long-winded answer.
yeah, no, no. I mean, I think like yeah, I think it's all about relationships, like even though you want to like pursue everything, right? Which you will and you are already doing. I think that's how me and you kind of like clicked. I think both of us have shared like that ambition together. Is like,
I
we've
agree.
always been supportive of each other and like our endeavors and everything, like the projects. And I just think that it's so important. Like now that I'm doing these podcasts, I'm like, dang, it's just wild. Like I'm learning more about my relationships with people and how like powerful these relationships are because yeah, that's what it's about. It's
Yep.
about like maintaining those things and keeping like a good circle around you, a
Yep.
good support system, in whatever form that may come in. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Friends, partners, or even relationships like coworker
Yep.
relationships. Like it's so important everything that you do, especially in this like at in this space that we're in right now, this age that we're in,
Yeah.
and like this time that we're in.
It's good. So
Yo.
yeah, especially in this time that we're in. Like the relationships is all it's all that you have these days, right? Like,
It's all that you have.
um, who can you who can you call on when like you need something, you need help, right? We all need
Yeah.
help from somebody. None of us are supermen or superwomen,
Yeah.
um, and it's good to have those relationships because otherwise, what the fuck are we doing all this for?
Right, right.
We,
Yeah, I
at
mean,
the end of the day,
only
at the
money
end of the
can,
day,
yeah, only
right?
money can get you so far,
Yeah,
really. Like, yeah, money is important, right?
yeah,
You want to be able to like be stable and like not suffer all the
right.
time. And it is about balancing and finding like, a good medium between like maintaining those relationships, still continuing what you want to do and love and are passionate about, like what makes you like go, in this life. So I'm just so glad you're here.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
so glad to do it. Like, it's so nice to catch up.
Yes.
Like, yes, for all those watching, yes, that is why like we formed such an awesome relationship. Is because we are, I feel like, yeah, very like minded, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's years we go through
Right.
without like speaking to each other.
Right.
But when she hit me up, be like, hey, you want to come and like do this thing? I'll be like, fuck yeah, tell me
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
when and
like,
where.
like back in the days. It's just
Yep,
like the same thing.
yep,
And that's what it's about.
yep,
So, last question.
yep.
Um, for anyone scared to take the leap into entrepreneurship, especially without a roadmap, like you didn't go to college, right? Like the traditional college route. What's one real piece of advice that you'd give?
I'm the worst person to ask about this kind of stuff because I feel like what has always worked for me won't work for most people. I've always been motivated by someone telling me I can't do something, someone
Ooh,
someone telling me that's dumb, that's a stupid idea, or someone like just somebody hating like in general. And
yeah.
like that's always fueled me and that's always been enough. And that's like what like said earlier, that's why I would go home and read like how to learn to speak Spanish. That's why I would go home and read like a CIA book like, and so learn all the culinary terms so that I didn't look like a dumbass when I was like working in kitchens and stuff. Like it's those little things that like I feel like you just compile hard work and like effort, because if you try 110% at something, like it's impossible to fail. It's fucking impossible. So
Right.
I just tell it's like go and do it, whatever it may be. Any entrepreneur out there, go and do it, but you got to be willing to sacrifice everything though, like r- friendships, relationships, dating, life. Like I've missed weddings, birthdays, I've missed everything. Like I've
Mm.
missed so many things. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to like accomplish what you can accomplish? I don't know. I guess like I'll find out on my deathbed or something
Right, right,
whenever I get
right.
old and I'm thinking about it. But like that's I think it requires, and every other successful person I know has said something very similar. So just go and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because I'm like that too. Like for all those haters out there who told me I couldn't do shit or that, you need XYZ to do this. I was like, "No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it my way and figure it out and you'll see me
See me later.
later
You see me later.
doing my thing."
I might not see you, but you'll see
You're
me.
right, right, right. Exactly. So I maybe
Yeah.
that's why we get along
I
too.
think no, that's 100% why we get along.
Yeah.
100%. Like it's bad to say it, but like being motivated by negativity might not be the best, most healthy thing,
Right.
but it's definitely
It's helpful.
it's
It's
helpful.
it's good motive. It's like you're turning something negative into a positive. And I think that's like seeing the glass half full
Yeah,
opposed
for
to the
sure,
glass half empty and like you're just like, "Okay, I give up." Like, why?
for sure.
Why give up? Like, no, prove to them that you could do that. I mean, it shouldn't always be the motivator, I would say,
No,
but it's one that will definitely get me off my high horse
for
and I'll
sure.
just be like, "You know what? Cuz I do the same thing. I read books because I don't know if I don't want to like not know.
Hmm.
Like if I'm going to get into an industry, I better be fucking researching this shit. I better be looking at other people who are doing this
Yeah,
too, learning from their mistakes so I can prevent those mistakes for myself.
right,
I don't want to repeat those mistakes
right,
that other people have already said and it's free online.
right. Yeah.
Like there's
You want to
no
be the biggest like copycat, right? You want to
right.
learn, take something from all these people
And
and
make it
learn
your
from and make
own.
it your own. Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
make that your own recipe. And I think like this was like such a good like reminder. It's like, you don't need anybody's validation, right?
Yeah,
Because you're already on your way to you'll figure it out.
yeah,
Like if you really want to do something, you will figure a way to make that shit happen.
for sure. And um, another thing too, I feel like is if for all the entrepreneurs, like, would you do like whatever industry that you want to get into? Would you do it for free? First of all, right?
Ooh.
Like, ask yourself that before you get into it too. If you wouldn't do it for free, then probably shouldn't get into
Mm.
it because you will be doing it for free. you, you will be doing it free for a while until like
Yo,
you
yeah.
yeah
Yeah, shit don't pay
yeah,
until you like pave your way,
right,
right?
right,
That's a bar right there.
yeah,
I gotta write that shit
yeah.
down later.
Yeah, write it down, write it down, write it down.
All right, so I know I said that was the last question, but we gotta
Okay,
do some rapid fire.
okay,
Burr,
rapid
burr, burr,
fire,
burr, burr. I should
rapid
put
fire.
like a little sound in there.
Yeah.
Okay, these are not like serious, okay?
Okay.
But okay, sweet or savory?
Savory,
Ooh,
savory, 100%. I'm not a sweets
really?
person.
Oh, I never knew
I'm not a sweets
this.
person. And then, but JC, my girl will always be like, "Yeah, you say you're not a sweets person until like I have ice cream and you eat my goddamn ice cream," which is fair. But no,
Yeah, yeah.
I never order dessert or anything like that. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. All right. Most random celeb who's tried your food,
Oh, random celeb.
or
I
it
actually
like
like the cool. Actually
influencer.
like most random. What was super dope was what's his name? Simu Liu.
Simu Liu, who's that?
Simu Liu. The he's a freaking Avenger. What's
Oh,
his? Oh my
I
God.
gotta see the picture. I probably know.
You gotta look it
I'm
up.
not good with names. I'm better with faces.
He was also in Barbie. Did you see Barbie? He was
I did
the
see
Asian,
Barbie.
the Asian.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yes,
yeah,
I
Simu.
remember.
It's called
Oh,
Simu.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that was his name. Okay.
So like he actually
Dang.
came a couple times. One time at Smorgasburg, and like he was in line, and then like our cashier saw him and saw him like he was like third person in line. And he was like, "Yo, I think this is that dude from like the Avengers or whatever maybe." And we were looking, we're like, "Nah, that ain't him." And then when he gave his name, he gave a rent like another
Like an alias.
name. And then he
Uh-huh.
ends up posting that shit later on his like Instagram. We were like, "Fuck, we knew it, we knew it."
Oh,
And
that's
then
cool.
yeah,
That's
and
cool.
then he shouted us out too. He also came to us at like a night market, and he shouted us out and said like, "Oh yeah, I had these guys before. Like it was delicious." And I was like, "Fuck, hell yeah!"
And you
Shout
better
out all the
get you a
Asians, killing it right now.
yes,
Yeah,
Asian power. No,
Asian
I'm just
power.
kidding. All right, and business or kitchen? Where do you feel more at home?
mm, they're kind of the same thing.
Oh, you think they're the same thing?
Yeah, it's kind of the
Okay,
same.
okay,
It's kind of the
okay,
same. They're hand in hand. So
okay, okay, okay.
I feel just in home, just as much in home at home at both. I guess it's
At
kind of the
home
same.
as
Yeah, I
oh,
spend a lot of
okay.
time in kitchens too, and also like at the office
So you
working.
feel like it's kind of like both that
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing.
both. It's
Okay,
definitely both.
dang, you're just doing it all.
You have to. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
it's a
business.
business. Yeah.
Yeah. And your go-to comfort food after a long day.
Oh shit. Um, Probably like
Alcohol. I'm just
tacos.
kidding.
Maybe yeah, definitely like a beer or something. Definitely I like tacos. Probably like there's this
Tacos, that's a
spot
good
I
one.
go to near the house. Tacos Raul. That's where I go to every once
Ooh,
in a while.
okay. Check that out,
Check
y'all.
that out. Yeah.
Local business.
Yeah.
And if you weren't running if you weren't running food businesses, what do you think you'd be doing?
I thought about this a lot recently. I think I kind of wanted to go be a lawyer, like when I was
Oh,
in high school and stuff. Like I wanted to be an attorney. I thought I would have been pretty good at
never
that.
knew
Yeah.
this. Never knew this.
I don't know if I would have like been good at it, but there's definitely something I thought was cool. You know. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being on this
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for putting up with my sweaty face.
We got the
Oh
fight
no, the
fight
fight
here.
fight. I forgot about that. Here
The
we go. Oh
fight
yeah.
fight. Oh, here we
Oh yeah.
go.
Thank you.
We just need the grapes. Hope you liked that last episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can watch a new episode every Thursday on
Cozy with
Calinnah.
Calinnah. Yeah.
Bye.
Peace out, y'all.